This video is going to show you my loadout that I'm going to use for the day one Witch Queen raid for Titan. So I'm going to be on a Titan for this. So things are in the air. It doesn't mean to say that what I'm saying now is going to be right. Right, this is just what I'm going to start with, and I'm going to change as and when if I need to. So I'm going to start with Sentinel. I'm going to go with the Sentinel shield that gives also weapons of light, but it's a Roman banner shield, of course. But it's been given a higher damage bonus than what Ward of Dawn is. So just take that into account. It might be better to use Bubble in some cases, and then some other cases Sentinel shield. It just depends. I'll go between the two, right? I'll start out with Sentinel shield to start. I'll go with Rally Barricade because at least you can shoot over and then get the Outlaw buff. If things get really bad, I can go Tower and Barricade and block off a lot of things. So again, that's situational, just depends. I'll go with the Shield Throw because it's a ranged melee, whereas Shield Bash is close quarters. I'm not going to be going in there using that ability, so I'll go with the Shield Throw. The best grenade, in my opinion, is Vortex Grenade overall. It pulls all the enemies together, does a lot of damage, especially when you have the aspect Control Demolition. If I need to, I can go Suppressor Grenade to suppress, you know, all host of enemies. If there's Hive Guardians, I can do that as well. So that's an option. For the most part, I think I'm going to go Vortex Grenade. The aspects are Bastion and Control Demolition. So Bastion states, cast your super to grant overshield to nearby allies. Casting your barricade grants overshield to yourself and nearby allies and empowers it. And enables it to slowly regenerate the overshield of allies, bunkering behind it and extend the overshield duration. Now I'm going to stack, everything's going into Bastion, right, which I'll explain in a little bit. So Control Demolition is going to basically give that volatile explosion to all the targets, right? So it's really good, this. So it's best in slot. I wouldn't go the other one, Offensive Bulwark. You don't need that. Control Demolition is the way to go for this. Fragments are as follows: Echo of Undermining, Echo of Explosion, Echo of Remnants. So Remnants increases your grenade duration, so you're going to get a longer debuff. The Void ability Final Blows will cause the target to explode, thus same thing as Control Demolition. And then your Void Grenade weakens targets. That's the biggest one. You must get that one on. We're going to pair that with the exotic chestplate, Heart of Inmost Light, which I show footage at the end, basically what it does. They've buffed this recently. So it states, using an ability, Grenade Melee or Barricade, empowers the other two abilities. Empowered means abilities have faster regen melees and grenades to do more damage, and barricades have more hit points. So your grenade's going to do more damage. You're going to get more barricades, thus more bastions. Right? So you're going to get your Bastion unlimited. But you need to know what sort of resilience to run, because your barricade is governed by resilience. So the Titan's different to the Walk and Hunter in the way you set it up. So to double down with the Bastion setup, you want to run a high resilience. So I believe the sweet spot's going to be around about tier 7. Not only that, you will take reduced damage from adds that are higher level than you. Maybe a sniper, less likely to one-shot you when you're higher resilience. Like tier 6 and above is good for end-game stuff. This is the only time when it is useful. Okay, I will go on record. Generally, it's not useful, but for this situation, it is. And for Titans, it is because of the aspect fragment. The Bastion. So the mods on our build is we have a couple of different mods. So I'll just start from the beginning, I guess. So we've got a mod on called Reaping Wellmaker. Reaping Wellmaker creates a elemental well, a void well. When you activate your class ability, the next kill that you get, right, its final blow, it doesn't have to be a void weapon. Once you get that, you get an elemental well. You then pick that well up. You then get Well of Tenacity, which is going to be reduced damage. It's for resilience, this. So Well of Tenacity is really good. So you're going to easily get Well of Tenacity. You can also affect other sort of elemental well mods. So I'm going to get Font of Wisdom on. I want more supers. I could have went Font of Might. I didn't include Font of Might in this because, in all honesty, that's not the deal breaker for me. I want to sort of spec into the playstyle of barricades, more supers, stuff like that. Volatile Flow, the seasonal mod. Right, I don't need to say too much about that. Obviously, it's extremely good when you're picking up Void Wells, so I'm going to put that on. But you need a Void weapon when you're going to start using that. The chestplate has a trifecta of burns, so I've got the seasonal mod on, solar arc, and void, so I've got a trifecta. However, that might not be the answer. You might need to put concussive dampener or sniper resist somewhere. It just depends on the encounter. Depends. But that is a good starting point. We'll see where it goes after that. We got bow loader and bolster detonation on, but we're going to change this. Just depends what champs are in. Obviously, you know, I'm going to probably run anti-barrier bow, and you know, I might switch my loadout. Just depending on what I'm needed to do. So that's subject to change. You know, I might have to take bolster detonation off. On the helmet, this is very important. Power preservation. So your super final blows create an extra orb of power for your allies. So this just doubles down on orb generation. And I believe it does stack if you run 2, but I wouldn't bother running 2. Okay. You want some ammo finders going. If I'm going to be using rocket, then I'll have rocket finder. If I'm going to use a linear, then I'll switch. The biggest thing though is having this on. Increases the duration of the land tank origin trait and the effect of the Hake breach armaments origin trait. So these traits, the land tank is going to be very a thing that you're going to want to use. So land tank weapons. Now this bow is exceptional because it's void, so it plays into all the setup, volatile rounds and all that stuff. But it's got unrelenting on explosive payload. Explosive payload, as we know, is the best perk in the game for primaries. End of discussion. Knowing that I'm going to get health back and I'm going to be more resilient, so it stacks up to 3 times. But the seasonal mod doubles it. So rather than it being 5 seconds, it's 10. It doubles it to 5 to 10. So you've got a good uptime on the land tank. So that's the bow I'm going to end up using, or starting out with. Then I've got a kinetic grenade launcher, blinding nades, ignition code, spike, blinding, slide shot, vorpal. It's an absolutely exceptional roll. Major spec. I might swap this, just depends. I'll keep major spec for now. I can swap on as and when. So if I want to do DPS, I can go spike. If I want to go blinding, just depends on what the situation is. And then Galahorn, obviously, he's got pack hunter, so it gives wolfpack rounds to legendary rockets. Depending on what other people are doing, I might put on a different rocket. If someone else has got Galley, I'll put on this Royal Entry field pack clown cartridge, go with that, or use my hothead, or you know, stuff like that. Other weapons that are going to be useful, Outbreak Perfect is going to be super useful, or could be. So just have it handy just in case. I've got a kinetic bow with Psycho Hack, Archer Tempo, one for all. This could be useful. I'm bringing it just in case. Weaver Horde is always useful, no matter where you are in the game. And if one person has got it, then that's a good thing. So I'll bring it just in case. Arbalist may be useful. Barrier Champions. And it's got good damage. This Sniper Faultless is a very good DPS sniper. I've only just masterworked it. It's got rapid hit, fire in line, backup mag, a penny mag. Very good. I'll bring this SMG just in case it is useful. I don't know if it's going to be useful or not in this. Just depends. I'll bring a hand cannon along, a pulse just in case for champions, stuff like that. Unstoppable hand cannon, unstoppable pulse. This is just an arc variant of this, but it's got no land tank, so it depends if there's arc shields. Unstoppable hand cannon on your skate, god roll. Cartesian is still very good in this game, so be sure that if fusions are still good at a certain occasion, then you want to be using Cartesian. Right. I've also got this Likely Suspect, that's Slideways Golden Tricon. Right. Very good fusion. An auto rifle just in case we need an auto rifle. I made it void as well, like about 9 hunger. Vouchsafe, one of the best scout rifles in the game. Void, 4 times the charm, explosive payload. Funnel web, this is my funnel web. Perpetual motion, frenzy, alloy mag, range masterwork. It's a very good roll, not the 10 out of 10, but it's a 9.5. So it's good enough. Other things, so I've got this Plama B, Impulse Amplifier, Last Impression. I don't think I'll use this, but I've got it there just in case. Parasite's amazing in the game now for the damage it does, so bring it. Anarchy may be amazing. Also, it might be worth just having one person in your team with Anarchy on. Rage Regret, triple tap firing line, very good roll. So I'll be using this with enhanced battery. Just in case linears, because linears are still really good. Sleeper Simulant is still really good, so I'm going to bring that. I've got this Season Vengeance with auto load and last impression, so if I want to do that and swap with like Izanagi's or, you know, Weaver Horde, then I can do it like that. So there's so much different variants. That's just my advice on what I'm bringing. There'll be just footage at the end, just showing you general gameplay of Heart of Inmost Light. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.